What's going on? Why'd you run away?
I don't want to be there.
Why not?
She's scared.
Like
She's talking about being beat up. She's talking about having scissors to her throat. Talking about pulling you off of her and you telling her you would have her.
That's when we had an altercation.
Right.
We had an altercation.
With scissors? How are they hurting you? Eating too much?
No.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video. Now this comes from my body cam series, which I'm starting, where I'm going to be doing reactions on these crazy body cam stories. So make sure you guys are chimed in. Make sure you hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content so that you can give me your thoughts on these particular videos and this series. Okay, I'm going to start with this woman who is allegedly starving and neglecting her children. So we're gonna get into the story, but before we do, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you like the content, share and like the video, and hit that notification bell once again to be notified when I upload new content. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Here we go.
It's 2 p.m. in Piedmont, Oklahoma, where police find a runaway child who reveals some alarming information.
Don't run or I'll chase you and put you in handcuffs. I know you don't. Let's go talk about it. Stand up. Yes. Are you going to listen?
Yes.
I don't want to yell at you. I want to be nice to you, but I'm not going to chase you. Like, I'll tackle you before you have time to run. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to do all that. I want to help you and figure out why you ran away and all that, but...
Can we talk about it at the police station?
We can talk about it in my car first. Yeah. Okay. Do you need it? Is this any of your stuff? Okay. Let's go to my car. I have located her.
I'm located now. I will call and cancel.
Okay. I'm just going to go around this building. What's going on? Why'd you run away?
I don't want to be there.
Why not?
She's scared.
She's scary? Who?
The one who takes care of us.
What's her name?
Tina.
Is that your mom? Yeah.
So she said the woman who takes care of her, it's her mom? But I wonder why she answered it that way. The woman who takes care of her, she didn't say her mom. Let's continue.
What's scary about her?
I'm scared to get in trouble because she goes to the extreme. She goes very far when she gets into trouble.
Like what? What happens when you get in trouble?
Sometimes she locks us in a closet.
Locked you in a closet? For how long?
The longest I've been here has been like 4 days.
4 days?
4 days. Now you got to be bat crazy to lock a child in a closet for 4 days. That's insane to me. What would push you to lock your kids into a closet? See, this kind of stuff here is crazy. You would be surprised at how much crazy stuff is going on in the homes of these people. And they be claiming like they're so great and they're so great parents, and you're locking your kids in the closet. Insane. Let's continue.
When did that happen? Most recently?
It was last year. It was around Easter.
And what did you get in trouble for that made that happen?
I was sneaking my sister's food.
You were making them food?
I was sneaking my sister's food that she gets from school.
Why'd you get in trouble for that?
Because I'm not supposed to.
Make food?
No, my sister, my little sister, she was bringing like snacks from school.
Yeah.
And I was having her keep it in the bedroom so I could have some. And so when she figured it out, she tased me and locked me in a closet for 4 days.
She tased you?
Tased her.
Police waste no time investigating the child's
now
claim.
Look at her big ass sitting up there and gonna justify this and probably lie. So allegedly, she tased this child and put her in the closet for 4 days, probably without any food because her sister was bringing snacks and sharing it with her. Let's continue.
In question, their foster mom, identified as 43-year-old Tina Ramirez.
Foster mom. Okay, got it. Got it. So she's the foster mom. Got it.
Let's see what she has to say.
Have you ever locked your kids in the closet?
No.
Okay. Why would they tell me they've been locked in the closet?
All of my kids said that.
More than one.
No. I've never locked any of my kids in the closet.
Okay. I found this letter, and I'm sure you've read it. It was in your closet.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about these letters.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, why is she saying all this horrible stuff is happening to her if...
She does that. It's how she vents.
Right. I mean, is it the truth?
I mean, those are old. I wouldn't know. Like,
She's talking about being beat up. She's talking about having scissors to her throat. Talking about pulling you off of her and you telling her you would have killed her.
That's when we had an altercation.
Girl, you have an altercation with a child? Your big self is going to have an altercation with that child. That child is going to lose every time. You're the parent figure. You're the foster mom. You're supposed to discipline the kids, of course, but not to the extreme like this. And so y'all had that tells me everything I need to know. Your altercation with a child? I don't know. Let's continue.
You heard that right. Police uncovered a letter from one of the kids detailing the alleged abuse, including an incident where Tina allegedly held scissors to the child's neck. But that is far from the end of this story.
What does dinner look like here?
I don't cook every single night, but dinner, the kids will do either, most of the time the little ones like pizza, Hot Pockets, chicken nuggets, type of peanut butter and jelly. The big girls.
Jade, you want a flashlight?
Like, I just did beans.
If you need it, I don't know.
I just did beans the other day. The big ones, I'm getting up late and I ain't getting the time to work and everything. I make sure they get milk. If not cereal.
Tell me about this.
Okay. This one right here, I did take away the drinks from her because she was sneaking them. She writes stuff like this all the time, sir. You can talk to her about this.
Oh,
she does this all the time.
What you
She'll tell
think
you.
of it?
So why'd you keep this one like it's important?
I didn't keep it because
It was in your closet.
I mean, I kept,
with all your important papers.
I kept all of these to show her and remind her, but I haven't got these out in forever, sir. I'm being honest, like...
I don't think you are.
I'm scared.
Well, probably because you've been abusing your kids.
No,
Look how skinny they are. You tell me you feed those kids.
I do.
Enough.
I wouldn't say enough.
But I mean, why wouldn't you feed them enough? You look like you getting enough, way more than enough. So why wouldn't you feed the kids enough? And we can't see the kids because I'm sure they're underage and you can't put kids on there. But he said, from what the police officer is saying, the kids are so skinny. So she's not. And then she said she wouldn't feed. She don't think she's feeding them enough. But you making sure you get enough Hot Pockets and pizza. Why the kids ain't getting enough? What's the excuse for that? Let's continue.
They like to eat noodles. What kid can get fat off of noodles?
My kids. I feed my kids noodles all the time. They're fatter than hell. At least not skin and bones like this.
They eat noodles and crackers with it.
And spaghetti and meatballs and Hot Pockets and pizza and hot dogs and all kinds of nutritious things. Those kids are malnutritioned, Tina.
Well, I give them canned vegetables. Does that count?
That's healthy,
Apples.
yeah.
Next, the officer reads a portion of the disturbing letter out loud.
Explain that to you.
I know, but here I am, and they don't have bedrooms, and they had cereal for dinner.
Well, that's what they wanted. They got the choice, the option, and they had the choice of that. That's what they wanted. It's always what they want. What do you want? I'm not cooking tonight. If they want cereal, they get cereal. If they want a bologna and cheese sandwich, sir, they get it. Ask all of them. There's beans from last night that I cooked. She was just saying, who's going to get to eat the beans now? She loves my cooking. My kids love my cooking.
Dear God, I think she's going to me. I didn't do anything. You and I both know that. I have been talking to you, praying, and trying to be polite, helpful, and respectful. I've been shutting out all the bad thoughts, but it's no use. But I won't let their negativity and discouragement stop me. This is my year for as long as I'm alive. I'm going to change, but I won't let anyone stop me. I want to change, but if she me, I know that I was making changes to make me better. I'm going to be kind and respectful still. She held scissors to my throat. Scissors, underlined, to my throat. She left bruises on my neck, along with cuts from her nails. She cut the inside of my lip, and now one of my front teeth is moving slightly. My nose is clogged with and my ear is bright red with plenty of scratches on it. And it hurts so bad. I can't lay on that side of my head. You know I could get her in trouble for that. And the fact that she said, I'm going to
That's
her
altercation.
with at least 2 people besides me that can verify that. Then she whispered to me, if Katrina didn't stop me, I would have you till you passed out. And I'm the sick, twisted one, but no, I'm going to stay here just to prove what I can change.
Yes.
Tina,
Yes.
combine that with the fact that these kids have run away 7 times from you? How is any reasonable person supposed to think you're not starving and abusing these kids?
What took them so long to get here? If the children have ran away 7 times, and if that's on record, why does she still have them? You know what I mean? Why does she still have them? If y'all see that the kids are malnourished and they keep running away, why not place them somewhere else? You know what I mean? Maybe they could get better treatment, because clearly this is not looking good. You know what I mean? And she's going to sit there and try to justify, but this is not looking good. There's a reason why these kids keep running away. How long y'all going to let them sit there with her in this condition? How long have they been there with all this going on? Let's continue.
Mental abuse, I would say yes. Physical abuse, no. Has there been altercations? Yes, there has. Starving, like you said, I feed them, but it's not the foods like you're saying your kids get.
No, I quoted the noodles you said. Okay, you said noodles, I said noodles. Okay, we're
If I'm
not.
starving, then why do I have all
If
this food?
you're feeding them, why are they skinny? Are you eating? Is your husband eating?
Yeah, you
Those
eating.
boys are eating. At least it looks like it. I haven't looked at them real close, but those 2.
Shout out to the police officer. The police officer said, are you eating? It sure look like you eating. Of course, you eating real good, baby. So why the kids skinny? They should be big as you if they eating all that good. Shout out to the police officer who pointed it out. You're eating, looks like you're eating real good, huh? Let's continue.
You can't look at me and tell me they're eating enough. Tell me they're eating enough.
There's a time we thought they had parasites. I even bought them parasite medicine. It's around here somewhere.
Did they go to the doctor?
No.
When's the last time they've been to a physician?
Because it's been a while.
How long is a while?
See, I think the last time for was to get a shot and the dentist to get her retainer taken out. So maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
They haven't been to a physician in 2 or 3 years?
No.
Look how skinny they are. You thought they had parasites?
She
And you
told me
didn't take them to the
food.
doctor?
She told I've had parasites.
You
I
should
just
go to the
took
doctor
drink.
if you have parasites. You should take your children to the doctor if they're skin and bones, Tina.
You're right. You're right.
This is sad.
You're right.
So why haven't you? Why aren't you feeding your kids?
Why haven't I taken them to the doctor? I have no excuse.
Okay. Why aren't you feeding your kids
Why
enough?
ain't I feeding
Okay,
them
you feed
enough?
them. Why aren't you feeding them enough?
What is enough? Because like I explained earlier, they were gorging.
Tina admits to locking up
Gorging.
access to food and failing to take the kids to the doctor. But this officer is not letting up.
Are you feeding those kids enough?
Enough. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What would be enough? Is 3 times a day enough?
Okay,
Two
that-
to 3 times a day?
So,
Because sometimes, like I said, in the morning, the girls will just have a glass of milk. Okay? But they have lunch and they have dinner. They never skip that.
Okay.
Never.
We're circling right back around to if they're not skipping meals and if they're getting fed enough, I wouldn't be able to see their bones through their skin like that.
Yeah. So maybe,
And-
like you said,
and-
I should
and-
take them to the doctor.
Absolutely, I think you should have taken them to the doctor. You know, especially if they're skinny because there's something wrong with them. You know, if they're skinny because there's something wrong with them, they need to go to the doctor. If they're skinny because you're not feeding them, you need to go to prison. Right?
Right.
As the questioning continues, Tina takes a, let's just say, interesting approach, pointing the blame elsewhere.
But you haven't fed them enough either.
Okay.
Look at them. It breaks my heart. When I found that girl and she stood up, Tina, I don't know how you stay here with her like that. She's tiny.
She covers herself. She's always covering herself.
But that doesn't mean it's not there.
I know, but she covers herself. She does. I've been trying to get her to do more, drink more, eat more, and everything. Give her Gatorade. Said maybe you need some electrolytes. I did. Started buying more oranges and apples.
Girl, I know you lying. I know you lying. You sitting here looking a hot mess, sitting here now trying to blame this child for not getting enough food. When the child told the police officer that they're sneaking, she got in trouble for sneaking food in to give her some. That the sister brings snacks to try to give her some, she got in trouble for that. This is sad. And why have these kids been with her this long in these conditions? I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say about this. I just don't understand how people can neglect children, how you can not feed a child. Like, I don't understand that. I couldn't fathom the idea of not feeding my child and not giving your child the foods that they need. You know what I'm saying? On purpose, just purposely not feeding them and letting them just rot to the bones. Let's continue.
Tina, please, I really am not trying to be mean to you.
I know
it's
you're
just,
not. You're doing your job.
Whenever you say
You're doing your
things,
job.
whenever you say things to me like, I let them eat, I let them choose, I let them this, like all I can think about is looking at how skinny they are. So like, they're not, and they haven't gone to the doctor, and there's locks on everything in this house, and I can't even count the cameras. I haven't started to. Like these kids.
There was for protection at first.
Oh, well, I get.
Like I said, I started putting them in certain places because we had to.
And I get, having them so the kids don't run away. But now that I've been here, I kind of understand why the kids are running away. I don't blame them. I'd be running away too. Like, I just want to eat. Like,
But when I've asked them why they ran away, it was never had to do anything with that.
Tina, they're not going to tell you because you're starving them. Why is all the food locked up?
To keep them from sneaking it, stealing it, things like that.
Why?
The freezer, you notice, isn't locked up. They don't usually get in the freezer and mess with that stuff. But the stuff that they can grab quick,
Let me ask you a question.
that's why.
What is wrong with letting them... I understand keeping some control over it because I've got 4 kids. I have to do that myself. But I do that through parenting, not putting locks on everything. I understand that these are some devious... Hang on. Let me finish. Wait. Just let me finish my thought, please.
No, absolutely.
I understand you got some devious kids causing problems. You got to take that extra step. I get
Yes.
it. But, like, their cameras, locks... They're running away constantly. They're writing letters, but because they're out of options. They don't know what else to do anymore. Like, they're expressing their feelings on paper because they've got no one to talk to because they don't go to school and they don't go to counseling and they don't go to the doctor and all they do is sit around here and get starved. And what am I supposed to tell anybody that asks me why you shouldn't go to prison? What do I tell somebody, Tina? Because I just didn't feel like taking them to the doctor?
No.
You've got $60,000, $80,000 cars in the garage, but you can't afford enough food, so you lock it up.
The interview keeps going on in circles until the officer decides he's had enough.
Let's reconvene tomorrow because I'm getting frustrated and that's unprofessional. And I apologize for that.
Actually, you know what? You're doing your job.
Thank you.
You're doing your job.
Thank you, Tina.
You're absolutely welcome. And you said my sister was on her way?
Jade, sister's
yes,
coming?
ma'am, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're not going to leave. We're just going to quit this interview so I
Okay.
can calm down.
You're okay.
I appreciate you speaking with me.
No, I
and
appreciate you. You have, I'm going to let you
that stuff over
know,
there.
you have been very nice throughout this whole process. Something like this can be very uncomfortable, all of it from the beginning. And since you walked in my door, you have made this process
She's playing up to the police.
comfortable.
I'm glad.
You're doing your job,
Right.
okay? That's your job. Serve and protect, right? I can't be mad at that.
Girl, you need to get it together. You sitting there playing up to the officer because you know this is bad and you could possibly go to jail. This is crazy. He's saying the kids are so skinny. There's no excuse for that when she's look like she about 400 pounds. There's food there they should be eating. And I understand, like the officer said too, you have children. Your children go in and they eat, get extra snacks or whatever. But I mean, come on. That's what kids do. As long as they're not eating too much to like they're obese or they're getting too fat or whatever, you have to kind of taper it off. I mean, all children are going to get a little extra snack or something here and there. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what children do. Even with that, they still shouldn't be bones. They still should have meat on their bones. It should be healthy. And they clearly see the signs that what the kids are saying is true because he keeps saying they're so skinny. They're so skinny. That shows you they're underweight and something is going on. And she's trying to talk her way out of it or through it or whatever and try to suck up to the police officers so they can just not, do what they're supposed to do. I don't know. I just think it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking going on when I'm in the action. Come on. Y'all will call there. Y'all see what's happening. Just do something about it. I mean, it's a lot of talking. Let's continue.
Normal for us to have this conversation, but it's crazy. These kids want to run away, but they're also scared of me to take them away. They don't want to be here, but they're scared to end up with some worse foster family.
They've told me the reason they don't want to be here because they're tired of hurting everybody. They're tired of hurting.
How are they hurting you? Eating too much?
No. Just putting me through the things that they have put me through.
What did they put you through?
Like I told you she scratched my car. She got mad. She got angry.
She's a child.
Before leaving, the officer has one last question for Tina that reveals even more unsettling details.
Oh, I guess I do need to ask you a couple more questions.
Yes.
Several of your kids confirmed that you have tased one of these kids with that taser.
No, as I was telling her earlier, we do that, right?
Yeah.
And we even do it with the dogs. So physically, no, I'm not.
Like, how close did he put it to the kids?
One time I got real close on accident because we were playing around. But as far as, no.
Okay, then the bzz game, like, how close are you?
Why the hell are you playing with a taser with children and a friend? This is some I'm telling you. Why are you even playing with a taser with kids? That is not a toy. You a grown-ass woman. Why are you playing with a taser with children? Oh, you playing and that's supposed to be justifiable? I mean, you don't tase them, but you just go zip with them. Oh, it's just fun, right? Insanity. Let's continue, y'all.
Oh, not that close.
I know, but you're not telling me the distance, like with inches? That's like 6 inches is what you just showed
Yeah,
me.
we pop it. Like, oh, it's like, did you find it?
I did.
Yeah, it's little. It don't hit them.
Tina admits to holding a taser near the kids, even, quote, accidentally tasering one in the eye. Police found that same, quote, small taser in an earlier search of the home. Take a look.
Yep. I guess that's coming with me.
But that's not all.
You need me to open the pantry? This is fingerprinted.
Oh no, compressed mode.
You do need me to open the pantry?
Officers found locks on the pantry and refrigerator doors. Investigators also found a pepper spray holster, multiple cameras placed around the home, and logs documenting the kids' activities. Days later, police returned to the home, and this time, it's not just a talk.
Okay. You and Anthony are coming with me. We're going to jail today.
We're going to jail?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just being straight with you. I don't want to argue and fight and all that, but that's what's going on this morning.
Okay.
So just get some shoes on, what you need to do, and then we're going to head out.
Tina and her husband, 26-year-old Anthony Ebazaiko, are both whisked away to jail, where Tina declines to speak with investigators. Anthony,
her
however,
husband?
does agree to speak with police.
Oh, wow.
Let's see what he has to say.
It's like I can't catch a break. It's like
Oh.
everything's.
I didn't know about this stuff until Friday, whenever I got involved with it, Anthony. That's the first time I got involved. You know, maybe if you and I had spoke Thursday and you were saying this situation's terrible and we need help, maybe this would look different. But the police got involved and found the conditions the way they were, and it's not good, Anthony.
Now, Anthony, what are you doing in this situation, child? Anthony, you was in this house with all this going on and you didn't say anything? Well, what in the world? Child, you ain't feed the children? Did she beat you up and stop you from trying to feed them? Did you not see that these kids were underweight? You gonna sit there and you gonna get arrested too because of her neglecting these kids and you right in the house with them? Come on now, man. What are you doing?
So, man, I really don't know what to tell you other than you should have done something, I think.
That's the thing. I'm thinking I'm like, what should I have done? What should I have done? Because at the same time, I did make sure I told her. I was like, hey, like. I asked her.
You knew what you were getting yourself into, man. I mean, like, you should have taken him to the doctor. You should have taken him to somebody, a professional.
I'm not. They're adopted. I'm not on their papers like that.
I know that, but you got to know the family before you even got married.
Right.
You got to know the family and made sure that was something you wanted to be a part of.
Right.
So when you marry a woman with kids, those are your kids, your stepdad.
She always takes them to the hospital before the start of school.
That's for the babies, man, not the big ones. The big ones need to go to the doctor.
I thought she did that.
No, and she told me that she thought they had parasites and that she never took them to the doctor, even then. I mean, so.
Baby, listen, you heard what he said. Listen, when you get involved with the woman with kids, you become a part of that family. So you're going to be responsible for whatever is going on in that household. So you need to think a little bit smarter and pay attention to what's going on and do something, because now you are part of it, because she gonna go to jail and you gonna go to jail too, because y'all are the parents in this situation. These children are minors, so you're responsible for them as the adults in the household. So you got to think a little bit more clearly before you jump into something with somebody thinking that you're separate from it when you're not. Because if you're in that household and you watching these kids getting tased, or you see something going on that shouldn't be going on, you're just as responsible as she is. Let's continue.
I don't think that the defense of "you just didn't know" is going to fly for this. Truthfully,
This is crazy.
I don't know what else to say. It's like I can't like lie. I can't lie.
no, I don't want you to lie. That's the last thing I want you to do.
Right. It's like what do I say? What do I do?
I wish that there was something that you could tell me that you did to protect the kids. That's what I wish you could tell me. Is there anything you did to protect them?
I mean, thinking about it, let me see what I did to protect them.
Nothing. Nothing. You let her do what she was gonna do.
You know,
So
if
I'm just trying to think hard.
You the man at the house. You was not a part of that. She was doing all that and you was right there letting it happen. That's crazy.
I don't know. Those times I did say, because I wanted like us to. I don't know if this is like protecting them. It's like me having to take them to buffets and stuff. I don't know. That's not protecting. That's
well,
trying
that's
to feed
feeding them,
more.
right?
I'm sorry, but protection.
No,
Talking
because she
to
did
them?
what she wanted to do. You'd have no say.
So you said you took them to buffets, but you know, you also said Tina primarily took care of them at home. Did you ever prepare meals for the family?
I did. It's African food, and
Not really their thing?
Not
or?
really their thing. So it did do it more of the night American corn dogs and
Yeah.
things like that. But as far as the African side, they always say it's spicy. So I'm just so okay. I'll eat it myself. So
Right.
Anthony has trouble determining what he did to protect the kids and goes on to indicate he didn't really play a part in helping to feed the family.
and then all I
He was
just did
feeding
was
himself.
that I just kind of made rice and just ate the stew that's in the fridge, or I buy noodles. And there is some African noodles that I eat, and that's I cook for myself, and that's it.
Okay. You know, you understand what you just explained to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't feed the kids.
We feed the kids.
You don't feed the kids.
You feed
right?
yourself.
You said it's her responsibility?
Yeah, she's the
okay,
one that feeds.
but she's not feeding them either, is what it looks like.
No, she says she feeds them, and I did tell. I asked
Do you
her.
see her feed them?
Yeah, in front. There was one time when I had this argument with her, I watched her. She doubled, like, there was a time they were eating, like,
What argument were you having with her?
it's mostly about this kids, man. It's like, I always tell her, hey, like, pretty much with the two, first I was, like, questioning, like, why the hell do you have, like, why do you have to, all these logs, blah, blah. And then she goes, well, it's because, they every single time trying to run away, so I'm trying to stop it from happening. Then all of a sudden, cameras. Why do you have all these cameras? Like, what the?
Is that not you? Is that her? Like, there's so many cameras. That's crazy.
That's just so crazy because I freaking that was argument about it. I argued with her. I said, hey, what, this camera, like, this is not a normal family. This is some prison or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
First of all,
Thank you.
The cameras. I was like, yo, okay. So much cameras, and she's like, yeah, because I use the cameras to watch them because that way, because they kept asking after they finished eating, they kept asking, like, stealing food from the little ones. Whenever the little ones are eating, they go into the kitchen and kind of give the little ones some side eye, and then the little ones would just act like they're full.
Because they're trying to get food, so they're still hungry. So they're not feeding the older ones enough. They're feeding the little ones because they're the priority, and the older ones they're not feeding. I don't think he's helping the situation. He's probably going to go to jail too.
All the time, and they're skin and bones. Like,
Bones.
But
they're hungry, Anthony.
Hey, check this out. Though.
Like,
They went to my her sister's house.
yeah.
She fed them. But tell me why the hell they're still stealing the food from their cousin's place?
Because whenever you came from a good home, so I don't expect you to understand this, but when kids over time don't get enough food, it's kind of like a dog. Like, have you ever had like a dog or an animal that went too long without food and stuff, and they just want to eat, and you gotta kind of stop them because they'll eat too much and they'll throw up, and you know, it's so whenever an animal or a child or whatever has gone without adequate food, they're going to want to eat everything all the time, just as a psychological thing. Like, they're used to not getting enough, so they always want more. Does that make sense? Like, any chance they get for food, they're going to be like, oh, I need to grab that because I'm not going to get to eat tomorrow, or I'm not going to have enough, or I'm still hungry, or, I mean, I'm not in those kids' head, but I can imagine kind of how they're thinking, and it makes sense to me from my side why they're stealing food, because they're habitually not getting fed enough. They're hungry. Does that concept make sense to you?
I guess I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. I've never dealt with shit like this before.
All right.
I don't know where to begin. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. All I just know is that my whole goal for this was to have a good family, like turn something that was bad back to being good. That's all I wanted.
Have you ever hit the kids?
No. The only time that I hit the kid was because he got expelled from school, and I was just kind of mad because it's like I didn't hit him so much, but at the same time it's just kind of like that.
Tina and Anthony were both taken into custody for multiple counts of child abuse and neglect. Tina was additionally charged with assault and battery with a deadly weapon. At last check, both Anthony and Tina are expected back in court this winter.
Oh, child, baby, this was a traumatic situation, and I hope the kids are doing well. So they both got arrested. They're gonna have to go back to court, and hopefully those kids, are in a better situation. But baby, this kind of stuff happens all over the place, and I just hope the kids are doing better. People who don't want to really take care of children, you shouldn't have them. Don't foster kids. Don't have kids if you're going to neglect them. I think that's a horrible thing to do, and those kids don't deserve that. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, and stay tuned for more body cam series videos. You guys, make sure you hit the like button, share them, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.